Hi there! So, you probably know by now that I recreate every little thing that I see on TikTok. There's no news there. Thing is, yesterday when I was scrolling on TikTok, I saw this filter which basically does 60s makeup on you. I'm just going to insert a clip of me trying the filter. So it's basically that light blue eyeshadow with that graphic liner in the crease, and I want to recreate that. Actually, recently someone requested me to do a 60s makeup, so it's like the perfect occasion for me to do that. So we're going to recreate that filter today. Just a quick thing before we get started, there's the other cat here, the one that I don't think I ever showed you on camera, so I'll take advantage of that and show him to you. I just woke him up just by being here. He's such a light sleeper, but like, he's a little bit older. He's like 12 years old, I think, at this point. And he's the cutest thing I've ever seen in my life. He's usually like a little bit grumpy. He doesn't let me pet him like all the time. But look at that face. Look at that face. I mean, look at it. It's just so funny to me. It's just, he seems like so silly. Okay, let's get into it. A lot of people on Reddit kind of complained about my brows. So like, I tried to make them a little bit different today. It's a very subtle difference. Like, I still will set them like that, the fluffy style. It's just, it's the first time in my life that I actually love my brows. So I will not quit setting them like that, but I try to make them look a little bit softer, like not as arched as they usually are. So they're a little bit more straight somehow. They're just kind of a like, not as harsh, I think. The filter has a pretty natural base. It doesn't cover anything, but it does have that sun-kissed look with the faux freckles. I don't know how to make the freckles look natural, like, we'll see about that. I saw people using like a water-activated liner in a toothbrush, but I don't have a water-activated liner. I don't know if I can use like anything else, maybe like a brown eyeshadow with water. What if I try to do that? I might. Anyways, I'm going to start with a little bit of foundation. I'm going to use this Ultra HD Perfector from Makeup Forever. This is like very natural. It's kind of like a skin tint. It's discontinued. I hate the fact that that filter kind of changes up my face though. I don't know, it just changes the shape of my face, makes it look wider somehow, and like, oh, foundation on my lips. Oh, it makes my eyes look a little bit more elongated. It's not just the makeup, like it's changing the shape of my eye. I don't like filters that change your features. I don't get the point. Like, if you want to do a 60s makeup filter, why change up the features? Just do like the makeup filter and just leave it like that, you know? This is my Real Technique sponge, by the way. I'm just using it to blend this. I'm gonna apply this Maybelline Fit Me Concealer to cover my under eyes, mainly concentrating it in the inner portion. And I applied a little bit of that on my lid to prime for the eyeshadow. While this has a little bit of time to sit and dry, I'm going to do my cream contour with my Natasha Denona Face Glow Foundation. And I'm going to use my Real Techniques Expert Face Brush. I'm going to do little stamping motions here. I think I applied a little bit too much, whatever. I'm going to use the sponge to take off the excess product. I'm going to contour my forehead. This is like a pretty warm, sun-kissed look when it comes to the face makeup. So I'll be trying to recreate that. Contouring my jawline, kind of bringing it down my neck. Usually like 60s makeup kind of enhance the roundness in my eyes, which is like pretty nice. But this one in particular has that kind of a wing liner that's supposed to really elongate your eye. So like, I'm curious how this will turn out. Let's see, I'm going to use the sponge to diffuse this a little bit and just pick up the excess product. I'm also going to use it to blend the concealer. I'm also going to blend the eyelids and really be careful here in the inner portion. Okay, I will set my under eyes with some translucent powder. I'm gonna sit with the sponge like I usually do. But first, I will blend in the creases. I took a break to eat some apple pie. My mother-in-law made that, and like, it's so good. But like my favorite part is the edge, like literally the edge of the pie. It's so kind of crispy and delicious. Okay, this is my RCMA no color powder. I'm just going to take some on my sponge, kind of on the side that I did not use for cream products, and look up and stamp this. As usual, I'm kind of bringing it down towards my pores to blur them. My natural freckles are still a little bit visible with the skin tint, but like the filter kind of needs more freckles. Okay, let's bronze. I'm going to use my Dior Nude Bronzer. I wonder for how long I'm going to keep using this product. It's the one thing that most of the time I just never change in my makeup routine. I'm going to do that sun-kissed look, so I'm going to bronze up my nose here and like a little bit around my cheeks. Let's do a little extension here of the bronzer, especially since I don't think there's going to be any crease shadow involved. I'm just going to use a little bit of bronzer around there. For blush, I'm going to use this Makeup Forever one because it's like, again, that kind of a warm blush that gives kind of that I can't talk today, that sun-kissed look. I'm going to use my Sigma F10 blush brush. Just going to mainly concentrate it on the sides of my face, but like I'm going to apply a little bit on my nose as well. Do you hear the dogs? Bear with me, I'm going to attempt something and hopefully I won't ruin this look. So I'll take some contour powder and a toothbrush. I just tried this on my hand and it looks something like this. I just slightly wet my brush and I'm going to basically scrub the contour powder, which is basically like a bronzer though. As you can see, it kind of ruins it, so if you need that product, don't do that. It's a little bit too dark though. But like they're not bad, I will have to... It's a little bit too much product though. At least it will be kind of like a base for other freckles. There's so much excess product that I will need to blend. Let me use a different color as well to maybe spice it up. Basically, I'm doing this thing. I don't feel like I'm getting somewhere though. Whatever, I'm just going to grab my bronzer brush and just... This is kind of ruined. Let's try that again. I have my freckle pen here. This is a little bit too pigmented, but I'm going to... Let's see if I can start it on my hand and then stamp it on my face. Maybe it will look a little bit more natural. Does it? Oh, like I still have that contour powder dots. Let me just blend that. I can't. Let's just hope that from afar it looks good. I don't know. But I think I'm going to keep doing this. I mean, yeah, that kind of looks a little bit more natural than if I apply it right on top of my face. I need to apply some on my forehead here, so it resembles the filter. Okay, whatever. Let's just leave it like this, because I don't know what to do with it anymore. I'm going to apply some highlighter, the e.l.f. Baked highlighter in the shade Moonlight Pearls. And just dusting that kind of on the center of my face, like my cheekbones. And let's do a little bit of jawline highlighting. I'm going to link a video where I did like this entire technique and the jawline contouring and stuff. Okay, let's move on to the eyeshadow finally. I'm going to take this Sapphire Obsession palette by Huda Beauty because the eyeshadow in that filter kind of looks a little bit teal, not like completely light blue. So I will pick this shade here, which is kind of like a light blue, but it has a little bit of teal in it. I'm using the Juvia's Place small buffer brush, and I'm just going to stamp that all over my lid. The thing that I'm like most concerned about with this look is placement of the crease liner, because I don't know, in the filter it kind of looks a little bit lower than my crease. If you watch my deep set eyes video, I mentioned in that one how I can't apply anything in my crease because of my deep set eyes, because as you can see my crease is here, but when I open my eyes everything in my crease is basically swallowed. So I don't know if I should apply the graphic liner maybe a little bit lower than my crease, maybe a little bit higher, but I don't know. I'm not really careful about how I blend that. I just basically place it like that. I'm going to apply the graphic liner on top, so it's going to be okay. For that filter, I bet it's so easy to just paint over my crease like it's nothing. Like in real life, it's not that simple. I'm just staring at this picture and it's basically ignoring my crease and drawing the line above it. I'll use my Sephora Collection. This is the Intense Ink Liner. Here in the front, since my eyes are pretty rounded, I think I'm going to start a little bit lower in my crease. I won't make this line as rounded as my eyes are, because in the filter it looks a little bit extended somehow. Let me fix that, because that's wiggly. I was really trying to trace the line while keeping my eyes relaxed, so I can basically see the end result. But after I kind of figured out the placement, I need to raise my eyebrows to really get this line as neat as possible. I just realized that it's basically impossible to make it exactly like the filter, and I will keep my brows slightly raised for the rest of the day. And now let's try to do that thin eyeliner. Let me just look at it again. Yeah, so it's like a outer corner, very thin liner. I think I get it, but can I make it look similar? I don't know. It's just not a style that I usually go for the wing liner. Basically, it's not going up like I usually do it. It's kind of going like that. It's kind of tricky for me to even do that because I'm not used to it. I need to extend it in my lower lash line. Just messed it up a little bit, whatever. Just going to let it dry, I think. I don't know. Just going to clean it up. And I'm attempting to connect that lower lash line with the liner. My other eye turned out a little bit better, but it's okay. I'm going to finish off with the inner corner liner. And I just realized that I hate liquid liners like this. Like that kind of a pen liner is so much easier to use and kind of like mess free. I applied like the wand kind of hit my hair and then my hair hit my face, and now I have this, plus the wand hit my lashes and then my lashes hit my face, and now I have this. So yeah, it's pretty messy. But I do like how this one lasts though. It does last really well, especially in my inner corner. I just finished up cleaning the mess that the liquid liner did. So for the lower lashes part, I think I'm going to use pen liner. A pen liner like this. This is a Essence 24-hour ink liner. The thing is, that kind of a liquid liner will stain my lashes so bad, so I'll be trying to avoid that, but this one might be dried. We'll see about that. Breathing is impossible with this one. Should have made them a little bit pointier somehow, but my liner is dried, so the tip of the liner is really dry and I can't make precise lines with it. I need a new liquid liner. I just love how this completely shifts my eye shape. I don't know, it just looks like I'm not myself anymore. I'm going to heat up my lash curler and load my top lashes with mascara. I'm just not going to apply anything on my bottom lashes. I saw someone once doing this kind of a lash style with their natural lashes. They applied mascara on the bottom lashes and then used a tweezer to pinch them and basically clump them together. I tried that myself once, but that did not end up so well on myself. I might play with that technique again, but for now the drawn lashes are fine for me. I think I will also need kind of like a white on my waterline. I'll use my Sephora Collection Big by Definition mascara. I got a blob of mascara on my lid. This kind of clumps them a little bit together. Like, that's the reason why I'm using it. Because the lashes look kind of In that filter, the lashes look kind of wispy and a little bit clumped in a way. But this formula, dude, this formula is so wet. And that's why it makes a mess on my lid. I mean, look at that. What's that? I'm so mad at this mascara right now. Whew. Okay, let's attempt to clean this up because it had plenty of time to sit. So I'm just going to scrape it off with a spoolie. Doesn't really work though. It does remove my eyeshadow as well, so I will have to reapply that. So I will just pick up the eyeshadow again and go over, because it really faded my eyeshadow. On the filter there's nothing on the lips, so I guess I can do whatever I want. I'll apply the NYX lip pencil in the shade Nude Beige. That is like the most natural one that I own. This is literally my lip color. And actually I think I'm going to use a little bit of this Boys and Berries pencil just in the middle. It's in the shade Dusty Brown. I'm just going to use it like in the center here. And I'm not applying a lot of pressure on it. And then I'll apply a drop of this Sleek Matte Me in the shade Feels just in the center. Blend that with my finger. Oh, isn't that so pretty? I don't think I'll even apply gloss on top. Oh, I forgot the white on the waterline. Should I do that? Okay, let's apply a little bit of white to finish this off. Oh, the Sephora Collection This is the Sephora Collection Glide Liner in the shade White Snow. And this will make my eyes look bigger. Okay, little detail. And now I'm all done. So that is it for today's video. It was a long journey, but we got there. I'm not sure about the freckles though, but I kind of gotten used to them. Did you try 60's makeup yourself? And how was the experience if you did? Let me know. I truly like this look. Like, I really feel like it's so different from what I usually do, and it's kind of in a good way. It really transforms my eye shape, and I also love the shade, so really love that. I'll experiment with it, maybe apply like different colors. I don't know, I really like it. I'm going to insert the filter again so you can see like a side-by-side comparison of what the filter does and what my makeup does. So obviously it's not identical, but I'm pretty happy with what I could achieve today. That is it. I want to thank you so much for watching today's video. I hope you're having an amazing day, and I'll see you next time. Bye!